Hi guys, now in this class we will study about supplementary physical quantity because in last three class we have studied about physical quantities that exists in the universe, and then after how we use fundamental and physical quantity and why we need it. Now accordingly, such a physical quantity which doesn't exist either in fundamental physical quantity and derived physical quantity. So that quantity we take in supplementary physical quantity, right? So see here, supplementary physical quantity. The physical quantity that independent of fundamental and derived physical quantity is called supplementary physical quantity. And now this supplementary physical quantity is of two types. That means in supplementary physical quantity, here we will take two physical quantity. The first one is plane angle, and the second one is solid angle. Now here you are seeing this plane angle having its unit is radian. That means plane angle is measured in radian and its symbol means rad, RAD. Accordingly, this solid angle is measured in steradian and its symbol that is we use generally ST rad. Okay, so these are two supplementary physical quantity. Now we can explain this fundamental and this plane angle about this solid angle, that why we call plane angle and where it we use generally, and what's its relation. So basically plane angle is a two-dimensional quantity and solid angle be three-dimensional quantity. So let it be explained. Plane angle. It is the ratio of circumference to the radius circle. So you are seeing here that plane angle is defined as the ratio of circumference to the radius of the circle. So your circle is definitely two-dimensional. So you just suppose here we have drawn a plane angle. You see there is a plane angle, and you just suppose this plane angle having a radius, you just suppose to be r. So small r will be there, and on its circumference we are just trying to go from here to there. You just suppose from point A to point B, you just suppose. So there is a small length here, you just take is dl, whereas the whole length of this circumference be L with the whole length. So from here I just want to find its angle. So now here you see for this small circumference on its circle, there is a small angle. So you just suppose this is a small angle, you just take it as a d theta with a small angle. So you just write down here dl and d theta with a small circumference and angle of a circle, and this one is r and this one is radius of this circle. So I would like to derive mathematically that what is your plane angle, that is theta. So according to this definition, accordingly we know that this d theta, we use a relation of angle with its circumference and radius. So we know that theta is equal to L by R. So how much be L? Your L be for this small angle, there is a small circumference, that is dl, and then divided by its radius. According to this definition, that the ratio of circumference to its radius. So see here there is a ratio of circumference, there is a small circumference to the radius for small plane angle. Okay. Then now you just integrate it with its proper limit. So just write down that integrating both sides with the proper limit, with proper limits. So this can be written as d theta integration of, and r is constant because r will not change anywhere on the circumference, it will be constant r. That's why your variable part is only dl and d theta. You suppose when b and a both are together, so there will be two possibilities are there. Either your dl will be 0 once. Secondly, what if your point B is started from A and just take a one round? So how much will dl? This dl will is equal to L. And you know how much will L? Your L is 2 pi r. That's why its limit will vary from 0 to L. At the same time, your d theta will varies from 0 to theta. Okay, so you just take it 0 to theta, and this one is 0 to L. where ultimately your L, that is 2 pi r. This one is your circumference. Okay. Now after doing calculation of this integration, you see here that this theta, if it is integrated once, then theta after being integration be theta, d theta be theta. So just write down theta, and the sign of integration be replaced by bracket with bracket from 0 to theta, and that would be on right side. So 0 to theta is equal to 1 by r is constant, dl after being integration be L, and just put its limit from 0 to 2 pi r. So it's 0 to 2 by r. Now you just put once upper limit and then minus lower limit. Again here once upper limit and then minus lower limit in the place of L and theta. Then you see you just put once in the place of theta there is theta, and then again in place of theta there is 0, equal 1 by r. Once again here also 2 pi r minus, here is minus 0. So 2 pi r minus 0 is 2 pi r, and theta minus 0 is again theta. So theta minus theta is equal to 1 by r into 2 pi r. What you are seeing here, that r and r will be cancelled. So how much be theta? Your theta be 2 pi. See here, that is 2 pi, and your 2 pi, this one is your plane angle. This one is plane angle. That means your plane angle is two-dimensional. Why it is two-dimensional? Because either in radian you have taken this one is 2 pi, and in degree this is called 2 cross 180 degree. So after this calculation you will get 360 degree. So if any time someone asks to you that how much is plane angle, so your answer that would be either 2 pi in radian or 360 degree in degree. Okay, and now you are seeing here that this one is two-dimensional. You just take a concept from this origin. This one is your suppose x-axis, then this one is your y-axis, this one is your negative y-axis, and this one is your negative x-axis. So you see that your plane angle, this circle is kept on x and y axis. That's why it is called 2D. Right? Now there is solid angle. Okay? So for solid angle, just take second one. In place of plane, there is a solid angle. So solid angle, it is the ratio of surface area to the square it is the ratio of surface area to the square of the radius of a solid or of a sphere. So simply you see here that it is the ratio of surface area to the square of the radius of a sphere. Okay, so that is called solid angle. So have you seen any time how you can understand about solid angle? Where is you seeing your solid angle? See, the point of this marker is a solid angle, part of solid angle, right? The point of this marker is a part of a solid angle. But how's this? You just imagine that whenever you have went in a market anytime just to buy a watermelon, so you simply ask to your shopkeeper that I wanted to test first, then I will take, because I want to see that whether it is sweet or red is inside. So what does your shopkeeper? Simply mark on the watermelon and take a bite from there. So the point of that bite, that is also a part of solid angle. So you just imagine like that you have a spherical body. Okay. So see, you have a spherical body. So three dimensional, there is a spherical body. So you just consider this as a watermelon, and I am just going to mark just to check that whether this watermelon is tasty and red is inside. So I just want to take a bite outside. So how I can take? I am just going to mark on this spherical watermelon. See, like that. This one is a mark. So this mark, suppose this mark having a small surface area, this one is dA. So we have marked it. Okay, we have marked it. So anywhere inside the middle there will be a center. So I just want to connect its all corners to its center. I just want to connect its all corners of this bite to its center. So see, on this center there is a small solid angle, that is, you just imagine d omega. So d omega is a part of solid angle that is represented by d omega at the center, and this one is your small surface area of your watermelon bite, right? Whereas the whole surface area of this watermelon be A. Consequently, the solid angle of this watermelon inside it, that would be this omega. Okay. So according to definition, accordingly small solid angle, this one is surface area. See, here is surface area. So how much be your surface area? dA. So this one is dA to the ratio of, so it is the ratio of, so this one is the ratio of square of the radius. So you just let the square of radius be r. So a square of the radius. So every dotted line you are seeing here, everyone is r. Why? Because r is constant everywhere, because this distance you are going to take from surface to its center, so that will not change. So everywhere your r will be same. So if this one is r, so this one will be also r, this one will be also r, this one will be also r. So everyone is r, and the tip of this bite that you will take outside, that is called part of solid angle, that is represented by d omega. See, this one is represented by d omega, right? So dA by r square. Now integrating both sides with proper limits. Therefore, suppose if there is no any cut, how much is the solid angle inside? 0. And if I cutted so many bites and take it inside in our schema, the net solid angle be inside my stomach, and that is omega. Okay, so integrate this one. This one is your d omega integrated from 0 to omega, whereas r square, it is also constant 1 by r square. This one is constant outside, and then you have to integrate dA from where? So again, if it is 0, then 0 to a, right? After being integration, you will see that after integration d omega be omega under limit 0 to omega. equal 1 by r square. This one is outside, and dA after being integration with a, and its limit be 0 to a. Here you have to understand about a, that the surface area of solid sphere or any either solid or hollow, that doesn't matter, but the surface area of sphere or a spherical body, that will be 4 pi 4 pi r square. Okay, so now from here you see that just put upper limit and then minus lower limit. So here is omega minus 0 is equal to, just put upper limit 1 by r square to 4 pi r square minus 0, that is upper limit minus lower limit. So from there you are seeing here that once we have taken upper limit minus lower limit. Okay, so now this one is omega, and from here this one is 1 by r square into 4 pi r square. So from here r square and r square will be cancelled. So your omega solid angle, that is 4 pi. Okay. This 4 pi is in steradian. We just say equation 1, and in degree this one is represented by 4 in place of pi, that is written as 180. Pi is written as 180 degree. Then finally your solid angle, that will be 720 degree. That's why here you are seeing that